What it means to be imprisoned requires an interpretation of the word imprisoned. What keeps you imprisoned, and where does it do so? Is it the law that locks the physical person in a prison, or is it the routines of everyday life that make life seem dreary?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks.
Perhaps it is also the despair that pulls you into a deep hole through a combination of perceived injustice and perceived inaction.
What are you, a dragon or a snake or a horse or sheep?
I'm a monkey.
Oh, you're a monkey. You're very intelligent. You have an ability to influence people. Think maybe you could influence your boss to lower the check a little bit?
No, I cannot. My boss is a rooster.
Prisoners does not commit itself, but expands this possibility of interpretation to include further perspectives characterized by different fates. Denis Villeneuve explores more than the superficial physical and psychological prisons of the characters, illuminating how deep the human spirit can descend into the shadows of despair.
That's Tom. Where'd you hear those words?
And to navigate through the darkness and confusion of these imprisonments, we rely on visual and technical excellence. So, the path is illuminated by the master of his craft himself, Roger Deakins. Roger Deakins is undoubtedly one of the most outstanding cinematographers in film history. Directed by Denis Villeneuve, Prisoners benefits on all levels, emotional and psychological, from Deakins' subtle but consistently effective camera work. Deakins' cinematography and lighting play a crucial role in shaping the film's dark and oppressive atmosphere and giving the viewer a haunting sense of imprisonment. From a purely technical point of view, the camera work and lighting in Prisoners are exceptionally well thought out. Deakins uses a mixture of natural and artificial light sources to create an authentic yet unsettling atmosphere. The choice of lenses and the use of the camera are designed to bring the viewer closer to the emotional climaxes of the story. Deakins often uses long, quiet shots that immerse the viewer in the world of the protagonist and maintain the sustained tension. Villeneuve and Deakins combine light, shadow, and perspective to reflect the deep emotional and psychological levels of the characters, which is a central pillar to the overall narrative and atmosphere of Prisoners. But visual brilliance is only one piece of the puzzle. The narrative web of the film, the moral dilemmas, and the development of the characters form the basis for the complex drama that unfolds.
Open up. What are you saying? What? What? I just want to play. Let me do this. What are you doing? Why are you making me do this?
At the center of Prisoners is a maze-like network of moral concepts and human decisions. Villeneuve establishes the foundations for the moral and ethical drama that will unfold in the first few minutes of the film.
Detective Loki, I'm heading up the investigation into your daughter's disappearance. Please sit down.
My son already told you that the guy was inside the RV just watching him.
The characters and prisoners are trapped not only by their physical circumstances, but also by their moral convictions and personal limitations.
Well, how can he drive an RV? I mean, if he can't answer a question.
Well, he has a legal Pennsylvania license.
And he ran, right? They said he tried to run away. Why would he run?
Keller Dover, played by Hugh Jackman, is increasingly driven by his obsession to get his daughter back and embarks on a dark path of vigilante justice. This leads to a creeping transition from legal justice to personal revenge, with the line between justice and lawlessness becoming increasingly blurred.
Now tell me! Where is he? Tell me where they are!
Detective Loki, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, whose methodical and precise way of working is hidden behind the dull routine, contrasts with Dover's impulsive reactions.
Hey! He stays in custody until my daughter's found, right? Right?
While Loki follows the course of the investigations and tries to decipher the complex clues, Dover increasingly takes the helm and begins to act on his own authority. The entanglements and the clash between personal convictions and the legal order set the tone for further developments in the film, which leads us through a labyrinth of moral decisions and emotional entanglements in changed direction more than once.
Why are you following? Get in the car.
The power of Prisoners lies in the depiction of these inner conflicts and the question of how far a person is willing to go to save a loved one.
Just tell us. Tell me. Tell me! Tell me! Tell me! Tell me! Where's my daughter? Where's my daughter?
These conflicts change over the course of the film and reveal ever new faces of the characters.
That's my husband. We had a fight, 5 years ago.
Villeneuve takes the story further and creates a web of twists and revelations that obscure rather than decipher the path to the core of the truth.
That's where you find. What? What did you say? It's the maze. What maze? Where's the maze? Where do I find it?
A central element of these twists and turns is the revelation that not all the characters are who they initially appear to be.
No. How'd you hide him? Do you tie him up? Do you tie him up? Huh? Hey.
The connections between the characters become increasingly complicated, and the true motives and intentions only slowly come to light.
Where are you going just now?
Parked at the liquor store. I have a bottle of liquor. You're the shit-hot detective. Work it out.
The film plays with the audience's expectations and unfolds in a way that constantly surprises both the protagonists themselves and the audience.
Don't shoot!
Prisoners leads us through a labyrinth of false trays and unexpected discoveries. Every new piece of information that comes to light changes the dynamics of the plot and reveals new dimensions of character development.
Hey, I see you in there. Show me both your hands right now. Hey, I see you in there. Show me your hands. Both hands right now.
For example, the kidnapping story itself becomes a metaphor for the hidden fears and dark sides of human nature that reveal themselves in extreme situations.
It was my husband's.
Villeneuve uses the narrative structure with its twists and turns not only to maintain suspense, but also to pose deeper questions about morality, justice, and humanity.
Do you have children?
I don't have.
Villeneuve uses the narrative structure with its twists and turns not only to maintain suspense, but also to pose deeper questions about morality, justice, and humanity.
This is 1340. I need additional unit for search. 437 Carroll Street. Possible kidnapping victims on the premises.
The complex interweaving of the plot levels allows the viewer to constantly change their perspectives and view the events from new angles.
Huh? Oh, just fucking tell us.
The true scope of the events and the deep moral conflicts of the characters become fully apparent when it becomes clear that nothing in the world of prisoners is simply black or white, and that every decision, however justified it may seem, has profound consequences that are not visible on the surface.
You said you were drawing a map. Looks like a fucking puzzle. You tell me what you're drawing.
Beneath the surface of the complex plot and profound character studies lies a level of the film that is enhanced by subtle symbolism and sophisticated cinematic techniques. Denis Villeneuve and Roger Deakins have created a visual language that goes beyond the obvious to address the deeper emotional and psychological issues.
Put the gun down! Mom, put the gun down! No!
Prisoners is more than just a thriller. The film exposes the inner prisons in which we often imprison ourselves, be it through fear, despair, or unfulfilled justice. This is reflected again and again through the repetition of certain visual motifs, such as water, rain, and reflections, which embody themes of purification, change, and self-reflection. The maze in which we find ourselves symbolizes the inner journey of the characters, especially that of Keller Dover, who finds himself in a moral and emotional maze, and from which he is ultimately unable to free himself from. The journey through the maze may be over, but the questions of morality, justice, and humanity remain. Villeneuve shows that the characters in the film are tormented by their invisible chains, and challenges us to recognize and question our own imprisonment. Because ultimately, we are all prisoners of our own decisions, beliefs, and fears.